Howdy, pards, Mr. Holster. Just having a little coffee here in the tack room this morning. And this is what I'm going to talk about this morning is holsters. I saw a video the other day, and if it's on YouTube, I'll put a link to it up above. If not, well, there's not much I can do for you, but I saw it on Facebook. I don't know if Clint Smith put it just on his page or if he's posted it on YouTube, but it was one of the best videos I've ever seen, and it was very short, and I'll give you a quick synopsis of what it was about. He was giving a training course on handguns, and there was a gentleman there that obviously had bought his outfit just to be there, I would guess, because he had this windbreaker, matching windbreaker. It was a windbreaker suit, is what it was. And he had a holster that was a paddle holster, and I believe it was one of those ones that comes with guns nowadays. SIG does it, XDM does it. I'm not sure what kind of gun he was using. I didn't look at it that closely because I was laughing too hard. So Clint says, gives a line command, back up, put your hand on your holster, on your gun, remove the gun from your holster, and the guy's trying to pull the gun out of the holster, and he's pulling the whole holster out of his windbreaker pants. And Clint Smith goes, dude, walks over to him, grabs the gun in the holster, pulls it out of the guy's pants, pulls the holster off of the gun, throws it on the ground, and smashes it to pieces. And then Clint Smith goes, like only Clint Smith can, somebody blankety blank, the house blankety blank, bring back a blankety blank holster. Yeah. That's my warning too. If you go watch it, if you don't want to hear swear words, don't. He's just like Jack. He was in the military too. He just got a potty mouth. But good humor, yeah. And that got me thinking. I think I'm going to talk about holsters real quick this morning, if I can. When I had back problems, and they told me after the surgery, because I spent 16 weeks in bed where I couldn't move. It was that bad. And finally, when I had the surgery, afterwards, they said, you can't pick anything up for X number of weeks or whatever, and you can't lift anything heavier than a grocery bag of groceries. And so I sat here, there's not much you can do around this place if you're not going to lift anything. Yeah, very little. That's what started me on this YouTube addiction. And at the same time, I bought some. I spent like $350 to $500, somewhere in there. I'm not quite sure what I spent. But I bought some Kydex and a press, and I think it was less than that. I'd be surprised, but I bought a lot of Kydex. I mean, I got Kydex up there. I could make holsters for the next, yeah. I could actually start selling holsters and probably make holsters for 20 years. Because I bought every color, everything, every thickness, everything, and I just sat here and made holsters. Because I was getting frustrated because there was nothing I could do. So I'm going to show you a holster real quick, which is one of the ones I make I actually still use. Most of them I don't. I just got this big, huge barrel full of holsters that I made. And this one's for the Ruger LC R in 357 Magnum, which I've done so many videos on that, I don't think you'll ever see it again. And I like it for its purpose, because I use this, if you've seen any of my other videos where I talk about these kind of things, inside the waistband holster is great for while you're watching TV sitting in the recliner inside your house. I'm not a fan of using them outside of the house. I'm comfortable with them inside the house, but if I'm out in the real world, I'm not going to trust this little clip not to the thing to pop out if I have to chase something. You know what I'm saying? If I'm moving around and have to do something, or if I have to run, I was going to say chase somebody. I don't do that anymore, and now I run away. If I have to run away, I don't want my gun going behind me. You see? So I don't like these things for that, but the point of this is made out of Kydex. It's got a clip on it that's, it's a plastic clip. It works. It works. It's not bad. But the point of this is, with the rivets, well, actually they're screws, but anyway, in the Kydex, there's $1.50 in materials here. That's it. So if you're buying a Kydex holster for $75, I don't know what they're doing to it, but boy, it better be something sweet. Because there's only like $2 worth of materials in something like this. But I bring this up because If Clint Smith were to take this off of me and throw it on the ground like he did that one and start pounding it like he did, it would not. The Kydex is pretty tough crap. It wouldn't break. Okay? The clip might break because the clip's not made out of Kydex. It's some sort of, you know, plastic polymer that's not quite as, I don't think, as durable. But at any rate, point being, there's only $1.50 in this thing. Those holsters you get with your guns, yeah, pull them out right now. Do a Clint Smith. Throw it on the concrete floor and smash it to pieces and throw it away because they're garbage. SIG puts them in with their guns. XDM, I think Canik does. Yeah, take those holsters and throw them away and smash them before you do, so some poor sap doesn't pull it out of the garbage and use it because they're just garbage. If you're doing something serious like using a firearm, go get some decent equipment. And Kydex is great for inside the waistband holsters because you can pull your gun out and it won't collapse. You don't have to get undressed to put your gun back in, you see? That's why I like Kydex for that. But it's not real comfortable. I wouldn't want to wear one inside the waistband, a Kydex holster, all day long at all. No. Now, if it's got a leather back on it like the crossbreed ones, a whole different kettle of fish. You get best of both worlds. You got the leather up against you, it's comfortable, and it won't collapse. But there are leather holsters out there inside the waistband you can buy that aren't just cheap leather holsters that collapse when you pull the gun, like the Milt Sparks being a good example. A great holster, and it's got double leather with a steel band in there so it won't collapse. Fantastic inside the waistband holster. Before I leave you, though, I want to talk about this holster for a reason. This holster here is a Kramer Horsehide, which is getting really hard to find horsehide nowadays. But it's a good leather, long-lasting leather, and it's a direct vertical drop, which is what I like. I've talked about it before, because riding in a direct vertical drop, when I put my hand on the gun, it's in the position it has to be when I fire the gun. I don't have to pull it out and start playing games moving my hand around, you see? It just comes straight up, deployed, and there you go. And this, when I bought this, I bought it with a belt made by him to match. Horsehide belt. And here it is 30 years later, and look at this holster. And that gun has been in and out of this holster through so many classes and so many qualifications. Yeah. So it cost $135. It's a little more expensive, but you know what? First off, it's going to last a long time. There's some tricks to taking care of leather holsters, but it's pretty simple. Don't put shit on them. Don't put oily crap on them that's going to make them soft, because you want the leather to be stiff. Just clean them out, wipe them off with a damp rag every now and then. And I used to religiously, once every 6 months, make sure the holster's clean first, but take a little silicone and just go less, no more than 2 seconds spray in there, and that's it. Just give you a little lubrication so you don't rip the thing up. You spray it with silicone too much, same thing happens. It softens the leather. You use saddle soap on it, it softens the leather. You use neat foot oil, it softens the leather. You don't want it soft. You want it to stay stiff, just like it was when it came from the manufacturer. And your gun will fit right in there when it comes from the manufacturer, if it's a good quality manufacturer. Yeah. You shouldn't have to break it in. That's why you buy the good stuff, and why not? Because you aren't spending more money. You're spending more money up front. But in the long run, you'll spend less money buying the good stuff. There's the end of that. And one more thing about this holster. Clint Smith isn't going to be able to rip it off me and throw it on the ground and smash it to pieces. Even if he can get it off Mr. Holster, he's not going to be able to smash this to pieces, is he? No. But the moral of my whole video this morning, which is getting kind of long now, is if you got one of those holsters that came with one of those guns, yeah, smash it up and throw it away. It's garbage. Pretty much. There you go, guys. Before I leave you, I'm going to try to get you to subscribe to my channel, because I'm having this giveaway, the 5,000 sub giveaway, where I'm giving away a $350 gift certificate to Brownells. And all you got to do today to get in my contest is, number 1, be a subscriber. Number 2, like this video. And number 3, in the comment section down below, just tell me what you're thinking and tag it with Clint Smith. Yeah, why not? He started this today. Thanks for tuning in from Mr. Holster and Jack, which Jack's not here. I think he's still asleep. My wife said this morning that at 3:30 in the morning, he came in that stinking little car with a racing stripe on it, and she said he looked like he was 3 sheets to the wind. Yeah. I'm worried about Jack. I think we might have to have an intervention. Too much of this swinging lifestyle. You'd think at his advanced age he'd settle in, wouldn't you? Or settle down. From Mr. Holster and Jack, go out and stay safe. That's 10 minutes and 45 seconds of your life you'll never, ever, ever get back again.